that you may be eating good with this episode, but these next two combatants are about to eat even better than us, quite literally and figuratively.
Okay, I'll stop that now. I'm abusing that.
Oh boy.
Yep. Okay then. So let's not play into it, mostly because my throat, but also yes, after 10 fucking years, we're finally getting Galactus versus Unicron.
About goddamn time.
Yeah, people.
I did it again, lads. I did it a freaking again.
Yep. Once again, Sean has called it with his video. And all the reactions I've seen, Sean's, mates, Z-Dogs, I haven't seen Proboscis yet, but my god, everyone's reaction to this next time that I've seen. And I know we don't usually talk about the teasers, really. How they teased this episode was brilliant. Like, you don't see like a montage of the characters, you see glimpses of them, like, just overshadowing their worlds. It's like, that's terrifying. It's like, that is how you want these characters to be teased. Like, Marvel.
And of course, there's like
Marvel, you plan to bring Galactus in, that is how you tease them for your films. Just the silhouette.
I forget what it's called, like the technical difficulties, beep, like that thing. I forget what the name is.
I think it's actually just called, like, I have to actually the file on my PC. I think it's just called intermission.
Oh,
yeah. Apparently,
okay. I could be wrong on
what
that,
was said on the Q&A, by the way, the stuff in that final trailer apparently was the sneak peek.
Really?
No way.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh yeah, it was said that on the Q&A live stream.
Okay.
That ending trailer had part of a sneak peek in there.
Ooh, I was thinking that was from like, a movie I've not heard of.
Oh my god.
But okay, one of the things that I said in our last episode was that Goku vs Superman should have been the finale, but how else are you gonna... Like, the only other fight I can see topping this one is Gru vs Megamind, which we already know is not happening, not even next year. Also, Goku's trending on Twitter. Jesus Christ.
So I can confirm, by the way, with that sneak peek comment, yeah, that was confirmed by Proboscis.
Yeah, but yeah, the other earlier fight I saw was Galactus versus Unicron. And Lord and behold, that is what it is. Because I'll be honest here, if they truly did something like, what was it? Light from Death Note versus Columbo? Like, was that the one?
It would have been funny.
But that is not a follow-up fight from Goku vs Superman.
Nah, not really.
No.
Like, sorry, Liam, I know you want it, but
that's
not after Goku v Superman.
No.
And also that quotation, #1 most requested matchup in Death Battle history.
Like, this is one of those episodes that was confirmed. Like, there's been so many episodes that have been confirmed. Ruby versus Marker, Galactus versus Unicron. What other matchup was there that was confirmed they want to do, but they're still working on it, or how to bring it to fruition?
I'm not too sure. I think
it's just.
I think an episode they said they would do was Kirby v Ditto, but then they were just like,
nah.
Holy shit! Let's put Kirby up against someone else.
Yeah, I've heard they've talked about doing Mario versus Kirby, and I'm just like, I don't like that feeling. It's just boring.
I don't know, but I did send you the clip of them. I sent you the clip of them confirming they will do Galactus Unicron.
Yeah,
like 8 years ago.
It's just crazy, like. And here's the thing that might shock a lot of people. I'm not too invested in this fight, but I'm invested in the potential of this fight. So I'm
invested in just it happening.
Yeah, like Galactus versus Unicron. Like, Galactus as a character, he's interesting, but I've not really cared about him so much. I've always liked the concept of him, that he is a villain so powerful he can consume worlds, galaxies, and universes. But he's also a character that doesn't want to do it. It's just, that's his burden. That's what he has to live with.
And never-ending hunger.
Yeah, because in I read the Secret Invasion comic books where they got all these villains and heroes to fight. Galactus just fucked off. Because he didn't want to fight. That's never been his thing. Which was always kind of interesting, because when you look at his previous comic books, all he does is destroy worlds. So to see this powerful character who could give the villains an edge in this secret war, but he's just like, I don't want to do this. Fuck you guys. It's like, how pissed off of a villain must you be like, we're going to beat you guys. We have Galactus. Where the fuck is Galactus going?
Alright guys, I'm going to the all-you-can-eat planet buffet.
But I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding about that. Like Doctor Doom was literally like looking at Galactus, going like, "Where are you going?"
No, hold on. It's sorry guys. This guy called Goku said he could beat me in an eating contest. I have to prove him wrong.
I love that.
Damn, how did that come out of my throat?
Oh, you know, I was about to say that about my voice. I had some like deep, like ha 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 laugh for some reason. Man, this sore throat is making me sound more manly. But, I will admit, though, even though I'm not invested in this matchup in terms of the characters, after watching Thanos vs. Darkseid, man, they definitely could do so much with these characters. And upon researching one of these characters, I'm realizing, this matchup actually is a lot more complicated than I thought.
Speaking of how big they are, let's talk about probably the biggest Marvel character. And I mean that size-wise.
So which one of you two is actually researching Galactus? Because I chose Unicron.
That was a transition for Mate.
Yeah, I mean, Galactus, the devourer of worlds. Burdened by never-ending hunger, and just eats planets. Doesn't really enjoy doing it, but it's his burden. And of course, like, we know him for, you know, giving the power cosmic to Silver Surfer. A small, tiny fraction of it, mind you. So, yeah, remember all the crazy shit the Silver Surfer could do?
Yeah.
No reason to think Galactus can't do it. On a grander scale.
Yeah, like Silver Surfer only had a fraction of his power.
We've actually talked about the Silver Surfer before. I was the researcher for Silver Surfer, but it felt fair to let Mate handle this one because he's done most of the Marvel characters this year.
Oh my god, who was the one that called this? When Silver Surfer was announced and we discussed that episode, someone said, can you imagine if we got Galactus this season?
That sounds like a me joke.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Mate.
Jesus Christ, mate, the lad's curse is striking once more. And it's with a Marvel character, typical. Oh my god. You don't read these comic books, you say, yet you're somehow good at predicting the future.
I am a prophet!
Jesus
Hey, we are sending you to Jinx jail. Case dismissed.
I'll be honest, I think we do need to actually... we need to lock him up in the Eisen chair, because I think Mate's got too much power. But yeah, let's actually hear about Galactus's tragic story, which I guess is going into the theme of this season, minus the last episode. That was wholesome as fuck.
Depression!
I'll be honest, the last episode, we needed that after the most depressing fights this season.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of just covered it, like, his burden, like, forced to eat planets, and, you know, all the shit that comes with that. I heard there is a story where he became so powerful to a point where, like, he doesn't need to eat planets, but basically could create life.
Really? That's cool.
You know, comic book status quo, he was back to being a world devourer soon enough.
Yeah, typical reboots.
Was he born with the power cosmic, or did he just make it?
I'll be honest, I haven't had enough time to like look up too many story stuff. My night was interrupted by my chat with Sean, Kieran, Richard, and I've also been editing something which took a long time.
Yeah, I think I could be saying this wrong because I've mostly been looking up Unicron, and trust me, people, there's a lot to unpack about this character. But from what I gathered, Galactus is part of like the celestial beings amongst Marvel. He's not the most powerful.
Yeah, he's a celestial.
Yeah, he's not the most powerful of them, but that's not to say... It's kind of like saying when Omni-Man's considered the weakest Viltrumite. Doesn't mean he's not OP as fuck.
I mean, it's also cool we're getting a second Fantastic Four villain, because that was Galactus' debut against the Fantastic Four.
Kind of crazy to think how...
before even the before the Fantastic Four themselves.
I thought you were about to say before the Galactic Empire. I thought you were going to go to like an Obi-Wan PTSD story. Before the dark times.
I mean,
before the Emperor.
To be fair, according to his page on Wikipedia, his first appearance was in 1966. So yeah, before the Galactic Empire.
I suppose that's fair enough. It gets its
he was also originally born on the planet. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Ta. Taa.
Oh, that's just how we British say thanks. Ta. Ta, mate.
Yeah. And it's a paradise-like world and a very, very advanced civilization. And his birth name was Galen.
Wait, I have to ask this. So, this is a Marvel villain living on a peaceful planet. I'm gonna go into the assumption some fucked up shit happened to this paradise.
More than most likely.
Audible gasp! Who would have seen that coming from a Marvel villain? Seriously, I feel like someone needs to add that to like the bingo card, like a Marvel villain living in a paradise before they became evil. Also, sorry if you heard me fart there.
You heard that.
I'm sorry, it just came out. I had no control over that one.
Well, I get you think this character probably stinks, but that doesn't mean you have to do it literally.
I thought it was gonna be a silent one, and as soon as I heard it through my earphones, I was like,
"Oh, okay." So, according to this universe expanded to the size of billions of years it constructed, undergoing a big crunch for the following billions of years. All the matter in the universe was plunging towards a central point, where it was collapsing into a new cosmic egg.
An egg?
Yeah, and knowing that their deaths were inevitable, Galen, I'm not sure if that's entirely how you pronounce it, it's Galan.
that sounds like how you would say it, Galen.
That's about right.
Or maybe if you're like super
Anyway.
British, Galen. No, I'm British, I'm allowed to make fun of ourselves.
So he proposed that himself and the fellow survivors die gloriously by piloting one of their starships directly into the heart of the cosmic egg.
Okay, I gotta say, I'm not a huge Galactus fan, but that is fucking hardcore. He's
honestly kind of.
He's embodying
just like,
if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me.
It's not even like, it's not really taking you with me. It's just like, boys, we had a good one. Let's go out in style.
They want mad respect to you, Galactus. If I was in that situation, I would do the same thing.
Yeah, and so they did it, and the starship containing him and the fellow survivors went into the central point of the big crunch, and the heat of the radiation killed them, except for Galen, who found himself filled with new energy, presumably the power cosmic.
Huh. You know, I guess this is why breakfast is the most important meal of every day. Look what happens when you go into an egg.
I'll be honest,
I didn't even make that connection.
I'll be honest, that's kind of comedic. Galen's the one that says, "Let's go out in glory." Yeah. Oh. Well, shit.
All my friends are dead.
He made a death pact with his friends and survived.
Just imagine them at the pearly gates. They're like, "Wait, where's Galen?" They're just thinking, "Oh, what a dick." No, they're thinking he cheated out.
So that explains why. You could also explain that why he eats the planet, because of depression can lead to people just eating.
Do you know what? That's probably not the intent, but that's kind of a good tie-in. Oh god, now I'm just picturing Galactus just sat in his sofa with like a KFC bucket just eating planets like I wanted to die with my friends. Nom nom nom.
You may think his massive diet consumption would lead him to be like a fat person, but look at this man.
Yeah, do you know
Floating.
what?
There you go. Look at him.
I won't lie, I'm not a big Galactus fan, ha ha ha, but Jesus, is that image not menacing? Like, imagine just walking to work and you see that.
Yeah, that is terrifying.
You know, like, you know, Doctor Doom, Doomsday, yeah, they're pretty scary. Funny, I didn't intend for two characters named Doom to be in the same sentence when I was doing comparisons, but here we are. But you know, when you see them together, it's scary, but seeing... I'm not sure if it... I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called giantophobia, where seeing something ginormous to the point it's planetary can actually give you, like, fear. Which, rightfully so. If I saw this guy flying towards my planet, I would be shitting myself.
Same.
Because at that point, what do you do? I was like, what the fuck do you do? I mean, thankfully in the Marvel universe, they have Thor and
I
Iron
found that
Man.
egg thing Nate was talking about, by the way, for Galen's story. I found that comic panel. Here it is.
It's a bit tiny, but that's pretty cool. So, do you know what? Should we, before we talk about, like, their abilities, shall we talk about Unicron?
All I've heard from Robuscus talking about him, this is the Satan of Transformers, which I would like to point out, Michael Bay exists.
That is true, but, I believe him. So, this was me when I was about to get into reading his wiki page. This was me after. Holy shit, how the fuck did the Autobots and Decepticons beat this guy? Oh, right, comic stupidity. And there's an interesting twist with this character, but I'll save that for when I end the analysis. Okay, so... You guys, do you remember that character they spoke about? Primus, who was the Jesus of the Transformers?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Well, he needed a counterbalance, so the universe essentially created Unicron. And what was his purpose? Just to destroy. Now, you know, Galactus, he's tragic. He's a tragic character. He did not want this burden. Unicron, though, loves destruction. He's this really powerful sentient planet that, you know how Transformers, you know, that, oh, Optimus Prime's a truck, Bumblebee's a little cab, you know, Megatron's a fucking World War I pistol. Yeah, the biggest villain of Transformers, people. Well, Unicron's a whole planet who just drifts through space and destroys and consumes planets. And his literal existence is just to consume planets. Because he's meant to be the balance between destruction and, you know, peace. You know, why can there never be a universe where there doesn't need to be a balance? Why can't everything not just be good? You know, God, are you listening? Can we not just have that? Do we need a balance?
Because without balance, the world would not exist.
Yeah, it's just people's excuses so there's evil in the world. But yes, so Galactus, Unicron was merely created as this really powerful transformer that is technically immortal. Because so let's actually talk about his character. So I believe his debut was in the movie, in which the movie literally opens up.
Sounds about right, yeah.
So the movie opens up with this, by the way, this freaking awesome tune that plays when he's going towards this one planet. And he just engulfs it. He crushes it with like these pincers, and he just sucked in like this planet and all these people. Like, for a kid's movie, seeing robotic characters trying to hold on to something so they don't get sucked into it is pretty damn terrifying for a kid's movie. In fact, I need to...
Yeah, I remember Robuscus showing us that movie before Frieza Megatron.
Oh, do you know what? There was a darker scene. So what does Megatron, or what does Unicron do with his victims? It is so horrifying. You see one, like, one's just dead. One of them's, like, just trying to swim out. I was like, what the fuck?
Is it bad that, like, my first thought is just, like, knowing you, I know exactly what you're gonna do in the edit.
I don't know what you're talking about. But, yeah, this scene was
That
pretty
is
fucked up.
brutal.
It's savage. Like, you know, we were all reacting to those guys getting shot in the opening. It's like, okay, that's pretty fucked up. Seeing her transform, it wasn't bad enough with seeing one of them just dead. One of them's like trying to swim out of it, but you see him melting. And surprisingly, this scene scared a lot of kids.
I'm not surprised.
And this is what Unicron is doing. Like, he's just consuming them, and he eats the planets, he gathers all the information, stuff like that, and then he just melts all these robots. Some of them could be evil, some of them could be good. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, look, you're alive, I'm eating you. Like, that's my thing, deal with it. Or as he says it, it's my destiny. It's like, man, you could have taken up crocheting. You know, there are other hobbies to pursue. It's 2023, man, like, get a new hobby. And yes, he is still around in the comics. Big shocker, pun intended. Now, but here's the thing that was interesting about Unicron. So, you know how we were bringing up in Megatron versus Frieza that there's different versions of Megatron and stuff like that?
I know where you're going with this.
Unicron is the exact same Unicron from the previous story. From the very first interpretation of him to now, that is Unicron. Because, as it said on like a respect thread, which I couldn't find the full context to this, I tried to look it up, but I mean, people are for one of sick, so don't be surprised if I got some information wrong. The fact
Also,
I did this
we're
while
doing
I was-
this like
like
we're
the
doing
fa-
this a day after the fight was announced.
Yeah. And give me credit though, I was nearly vomiting yesterday. I still had my laptop on me while in bed researching this. Give me some props, alright? Keep in mind, I was also getting notes ready for our lads' debate. Never say I don't work hard for my videos. But
Fucking hell.
so Unicron is not bound by conventional perception of time and space, because it turns out Unicron has the capability to devour the multiverse. I was like, what? Because,
Jesus.
in fact, let me get this image. He actually succeeded at one point until there was nothing. Look, it's just him drifting through nothing. I was like, I thought he was a planet eater.
Just him and the void. Void.
I don't know why, I was picturing like a completely different one. I was just picturing Unicron just going, I finally found a place where I'm all alone. From that SpongeBob episode. Then Unicron's just like, I gotta get out of here. But just that's a good. I think that's a good segue to talk about their feats. I would reckon, because I was going into this thinking Galactus stomps, but now I'm actually split.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off with something light for Galactus. So you know how like we've talked about Thanos taking a dip in black holes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's said that if Galactus did that, he would accidentally destroy it
Wow.
just by entering it.
Oops.
I'm just actually going to say I'm more so distracted by a certain figurine in the bottom panel. And here I thought Markema had the cake.
Billy, would you stop looking at that woman's...
Look, all I'm saying is Galactus seems to be living near a good bakery.
He's also capable of fighting like interdimensional or like higher dimensional like beings, like the In-Betweener has a talked about in Martian Manhunter vs. Silver Surfer.
I just love how Silver Surfer's just in this image, just like, huh, neat. But, you know, I know
He's
it's just
able
a comic
to-
book, but can you actually imagine being in Silver Surfer's spot there? Imagine just seeing that. Two giants fighting.
Fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah, that would actually be me, really.
There's taking blasts from multiple Avengers at once, which includes 4, and we know how powerful 4 is.
Yeah. Also, bless you, Iron Man. You're trying. I know you are.
And I mentioned Thanos earlier. Yeah, Galactus one-shot Thanos. While Thanos had a barrier up.
Wow. That is okay. That is hardcore. That image.
And you remember how Thanos could, like, they brought this up in Stitch v Rocket, how he could tank attacks that could shake the multiverse?
Yeah.
And Galactus is capable of taking him down in a single hit.
Wow.
That's not the only being he's one-shot, he's also one-shot a fellow Celestial.
Man, they said he was the weakest.
Yeah, and we know from previous Death Battles that Celestials are like cosmic gods that can warp reality, move so many times faster than life, and threaten the entire multiverse with their power, possibly even more. Because it's
he's
even been
one-shotting
stated.
him with- So this energy in the shot's the power cosmic too, right?
I mean, I'd assume so, since it's Galactus and that's his thing. Like, it's also been stated that Galactus can threaten the infinite multiverse just as a byproduct of his battles.
Jesus.
If that's a byproduct, imagine him going all out.
Honestly, that is crazy. Like, I already knew he was pretty overpowered anyway, because, you know, comic books.
Yeah. While backed up with, you know, the seemingly infinite power of the power cosmic, because, you know, it's the power cosmic. I ain't got to explain shit.
Yeah.
He also
That's my
possesses...
joke. I'm killing you.
But you just used my comeback joke. I'll kill you more!
He has even more than that. He has this.
I don't know
Doesn't
why.
look like much, does it?
It looks like something you would evolve a Pokemon
It's a
with.
lever. I think.
Yeah. That is a weapon called the Ultimate Nullifier.
Oh.
And from what I've been led to believe about the Ultimate Nullifier, that just kills anything and everything.
I don't know why. I'm just picturing
And
Galactus pulling this out and just flicking it. I don't know why. That's just a comedic image in my head. Just let me pull this out.
It's its own fidget.
Snap.
It's its own it's its fidget toy. Be like, last week playing it. Huh?
Like, this is essentially what it looks like. Let me just get it on the screen. This is what he's doing. I just think that's funny as fuck. It's like, oh yeah? Now you're dead.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And he can also, well, it's also stated to be a part of him, and he can call it back. So say if Unicron somehow gets rid of it, boop, he's got it back.
Alright, that's actually kind of interesting. I'm kind of swaying back and forth here, because I've actually decided to look up a respect thread while you're doing this to see if I missed anything. And I managed to find some images of things I've read on his wiki page.
I do have a question. Well, obviously, since he can call it that, but would you argue that it takes a lot to destroy it in the first place?
I mean, from memory serves, I think we brought this up in the past. Maybe even with Martian Manhunter vs. Silver Surfer. The only character that I can remember that truly was able to stop in Galactus was the Watcher, because he decided to intervene and he decided to make it so Galactus was weak. Like, he basically rewrote the universe so he was weak.
Okay, that was my only question before. We learned about Transformers Satan.
Oh my god. So, yeah, Galactus, Unicron, a being that's capable of destroying the multiverse. I can't believe I'm at a point in my time where I can say a Transformer could destroy the multiverse. I mean, Megatron summoning a black hole was one thing. But when you think of Transformers, you think of derp, robot turns into curve.
Robots in disguise.
Now it's like,
Robots
derp,
with an Iron Man unibeam.
but now it's like, derp, robot, derp, your universe dead. It's like, I was already going into this thinking, okay, this is just like a different version of Unicron, but the fact that this is like a dark side mentality, that each version is the original. Just when he gets destroyed, he just reincarnates in another universe. And when a universe is destroyed, he just goes to another universe. His literal existence is just to consume shit. In fact, this is their original fight against his Jesus brother. And from the note that I have here, even in a weakened state, he still managed to destroy the multiverse on his own. And I was like, okay, that's actually pretty baller. And at one point, their battle caused the end of everything. To the point they had to fix everything. Their battle was so powerful, they had to restart the multiverse because they destroyed it that much. What else was there on this? There was something else that said like, oh, I already showed you guys it. Yeah, his consumption of the universe, he could just continue eating the multiverse until there's nothing left. Just an endless void where it's just Unicron.
Boy.
Stop saying void. Boy. Shut the fuck up! I did the joke! You're killing me,
Okay,
mate.
maybe we should avoid that word, boy.
Fuck you. If I die right now, your blood, my blood's on your hands.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck you. It was worth it for the joke.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Can you just picture that? It's just my grave, and my last words were, it was worth it for the joke. That was my last word before I died. Back to my main point. So here's the thing that's kind of interesting about Unicron with his powers. So, just by when he's born, whatever galaxy he's born in, it's destroyed. Because apparently his presence is just that powerful. He doesn't have to do this apparently, but he just does it. So if he's just bored, if he's just flying through a galaxy, he'd just be like, you know what? Fuck this galaxy. It's like, fuck you then. Like, you're not even going to eat it, you're just going to blow it up.
If you're looking around the void, thinking no one's getting his joke, screw you guys, I'm going to another place.
Oh no, but here's the killer of it that I found. So all those bodies of his, even if it's destroyed, he could just like call upon an infinite one. Or he can, like, that's the thing, you can't really kill him. Because, like, the spirit of him lives on. And he's still around in the comic book. So, canonically, Unicron has never died. Which is just scary. I mean, he lives up to his name being Satan. I mean, for fuck's sake, he's got horns. Like, he is literally the devil. And I don't know why, after just saying that, I'm just picturing the Snack Cube devil joke from Shadow the Hedgehog. Like, it's me, the devil.
Jesus.
Like, just Galvatron doing a terrible job at defeating Optimus Prime. Bing bong, hey, what's up? You're doing a bad job. I know I'm doing a bad job. In fact, yeah, that's the other thing as well. So, when he created Galvatron, which was basically like his Silver Surfer, just not as powerful. Sorry, Proboscis. Yeah, despite Galvatron getting a big upgrade of his powers, Unicron had control over it. Every time he fucked up, he'll just be like, right, I'm gonna cause you to have a migraine that is so immensely painful that you fall to the floor screaming for death. Unless you fucking do your job, basically. Even when Galvatron's like, look, I have the matrix of power. He was just like, okay, you can't use it, and because you're a dick, I'm now going to destroy your planet. And Galvatron's like, oh shit. I know that's not what he said, but basically that's what happened in the movie. He does a big speech like, I've got the matrix of leadership. And Galvatron's just like, yeah, you can't use that. And it's evident he tries to use it. He can't.
I'm just picturing your abridged version.
I'll be honest, I would love to do like my own abridged series. I think I would do amazing at it. Just not the acting part, just the writing. But yeah, just imagine that. Like, I mean, it's scary. His planet form is powerful enough to destroy the multiverse and planets, but his transformation makes him even more powerful. He's faster, stronger. Like, just with one backhand, a planet is destroyed. Like, he is scary powerful. And in fact, apparently, let me just get the translation. Not the translation, but this was apparently said in one of the novels, but I couldn't find the novel it was based on. Yeah. The end. So look, our race was created for a higher purpose. What we do to prepare for the truly finality. The end of not merely our universe, but all of creation. The Unicron phenomenon seeks to consume all that ever and that ever will be. We have faced it, bested it once, and we have a Transformers other universe, but it will return. It is beyond time, and it will try again after consuming other realities. We must be ready, we must survive, and we must always be there to stand against the nothingness Unicron seeks to bring. I won't lie, when I read that, I was like, that is fucking hardcore. I can see why Proboscis loves Transformers, man. Like,
weren't
Unicron
these
is
toys
awesome. Yeah, that. Like, okay, they have to present these toys. Like, imagine saying, "Oh, so what does this Transformer do?" Oh, you know, he's just a being that is literally created to end all existence and all life, and just to show that life is meaningless because you can't destroy him. Oh, so we'll sell it for like
I was more so-
$5.50. Yeah, sure.
Merry Christmas, Timmy.
I was more so thinking what he transforms into, Chuck, but you do you.
Like, it's just, I did not expect to go into this like, oh, I was going into this like, Galactus should really stomp, but now I'm like, I won't lie,
No.
Unicron is fucking cool though. Like, this is a scary villain. Like, his literal existence is just to destroy him. Regardless if you kill him, to quote Springtrap, he always comes back.
Well, this is going to be interesting, but are we prepared for the final Lads Debate 60 Seconds of the year?
I guess we are.
No pressure.
The episode is Galactus versus Unicron. So, mate, you are going to start off. Are you ready?
Ready as hang on. Just so I can make sure I time myself better.
Yeah, actually, I've got my phone ready as well.
All right. 3, 2, 1. The vow of the competition.
Okay, so Galactus is going to win. The Devourer of Worlds. He's a celestial capable of one-shotting other celestials, which are multiverse-level threats. In fact, like I said previously, he's capable of threatening the infinite multiverse just as a byproduct of his battles. You do not mess with Galactus. He's capable of one-shotting people like Thanos, who can tank attacks that can shake the multiverse. He's got the seemingly infinite well of the power cosmic, which he gave a tiny fraction of to Silver Surfer, and we know how powerful he is. And if all else fails, he has the ultimate nullifier, which can pretty much kill anything, and even just straight up erase people from existence itself. So even with Unicron's whole, like, multiple beings, you're erased, and you're done.
Time is up.
That was the best pun I could make there.
Honestly, that was pretty good. I'm still trying to figure out how to end my Unicron one. Give me 2 seconds.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Time's up.
I'll probably just have to improvise something. Mate, that's what Mate always shows me up on. If I don't win the 60 seconds, Mate always ends up with the best puns. I'm like, oh, shit.
There's the panel of the ultimate nullifier being stated to be able to erase people from existence itself.
Damn.
Nice. It's kind of, again, it's
Bill,
so
are you
committed. It's so tiny.
Tiny, isn't this?
I know, it's so tiny.
Almost anything is tiny.
Look,
No
okay,
wonder he
look.
eats with his hands.
Look, mate, it's not the size that matters in this case.
Well, I mean,
Just
for him, it's tiny. For us,
yeah.
Could you imagine just giving Galactus a fork and knife for him to try to eat a planet? He'd be like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
Right, that's
My hands are too big."
I guess it's time for me.
Are you ready to do your best impression of Proboscis, Billy?
Oh, okay then. Hello guys, welcome to Let's Discuss Death Battle. Transformers.
All
is
right.
he here?
Bill, you suck at Among Us. Bill, stop killing people for no reason in Among Us.
All right, Billy.
No, you're trying to impersonate Proboscis, not Wolf.
All right, Bill.
I want to hear my wolf impression.
Yeah.
You fucking bitch! You fucking bitch! Alright, let's go.
I'm sorry to both.
All right.
I'm sorry, guys, if you watched it.
In 3, 2, 1, make a transformative argument.
Okay, so despite my knowledge of these two, just looking into Unicron, he is perhaps one of the scariest Transformers villains I've ever seen. A being that can't be erased, his purpose is to destroy. And even if you did erase him from that timeline, he'll just come back. Like, just unless you can destroy his soul, it seems, he will always come back. He has backup avatars that can just come from another universe. And the Transformers, even the Jesus Primus himself, couldn't destroy him. Who is another multiverse-threatening being, and they regularly fought in their new timelines. The only way I can truly see Unicron dying is if his life essence and soul can be devoured by the World Devourer himself. And that's all I've really got.
That is time.
At least I ended it on a pun. But, you know what?
Okay.
I think it's time, because we've been talking about for 2 hours now. I'm pretty sure the first few minutes was just us reacting to the clip Mate Stunner. So, people, for the biggest
I'm still proud of that.
Yeah. Alright, so, people, the finale of Death Battle. Who am I going for? I'll be honest, I am still rather split on this. But I do believe... I think we can all agree these two are dead even. Like, they both have ways of countering one. They're both so crazy overpowered you wouldn't think it. And I do think Unicron's other, like, being able to just summon more of his avatars to take his place and being able to travel to other universes wouldn't guarantee just destroying the first version would be enough for Galactus, but I do think with the what was that thing that you brought up with that eraser thing? Like, can that erase your everything about it? Is it kind of like the Doctor's D-matter gun? Like, just it hitting you, you're just erased.
Beams that would not merely kill the offending party, but would utterly wipe him from existence.
That's the thing I think is going to be the key thing. So, like, strength, I think they're even. Speed, they're going to be even. Destructive capability, they are fucking even. But I think Galactus just has just more ways of fighting against Unicron with his weaponry, his cosmic powers. So I think Galactus wins just by an edge. I think this is perhaps going to be just as close as Bill Cipher versus Bill... I was about to say Bill Discord. I mean, that would be an amazing fusion, but a terrifying one. But no.
Oh god.
But I do think Galactus just about wins. Like, this fight is so much more even than I thought. Like, I was shocked at how OP Unicron is. Like,
Yeah, honestly, that's my thought. Like, it sounds like Galactus just about wins thanks to the likes of the Power Cosmic and the Ultimate Nullifier.
It's kind of like with Silver Surfer versus Martian Manhunter. They were both really even, but just because Silver Surfer just had that extra edge of his abilities, that everything Martian Manhunter had didn't matter. Matter. Because he can erase your matter. So, me and mate going for Galactus. I'm assuming that's you saying you're going for Galactus.
Yeah.
So, Sean, after hearing both cases, who are you going for?
I think I'm gonna have to give it to Galactus.
All right,
I
then.
can't think of a counter Unicron has to the Power Cosmic. That's the biggest thing right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
The
thing.
Power Cosmic, as someone who's researched Silver Surfer, Power Cosmic is bullshit.
It really is.
Yeah, and remember, Surfer only had a fraction of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything Unicron has to counter the Power Cosmic.
But here's the thing, like,
So I'm gonna give it to I'm giving it to Galactus.
yeah, like Unicron's gonna give him a run for his money, like just to be able to say that he can't.
Oh,
really,
for sure.
Like he can't really die. Like he'll just go to another universe, but for the sake of Deathbound, they're obviously gonna have it so Unicron's gonna come back. But similar to like the whole Rick thing, if you could just erase his existence, bada beam, bada boom, son. That's it. You're done. You're donezo.
I also imagine like they are gonna destroy the multiverse throughout this fight.
Yeah, they're definitely good. I love it. There's like a Goku and Superman cameo. Like they're just eating and they just see those two flying over and they're just like, what the fuck?
I'm also expecting Chuck v. Segata or Macho Kool-Aid Constellation in the background.
I don't know why I was really expecting you to say Blake versus Mikasa again.
No, not this time.
But yeah. So I guess depending on whether we win or lose, we'll announce who got the most right for the lads when we're doing the live stream. Which, yeah, we already revealed that last session. Yeah, the finale for this year is going to be a live stream. Big shock. We've done it like twice now.
I am
I'll
shook.
I'll make the graphic after Galactus' Unicron goes up.
Yeah. So people, if you haven't been keeping score, you're going to see who sucked real hard this season. I am not sorry.
What the fuck?